Greetings, respected viewers. I'm George from Ireland, and here I am in front of the Deacon Brodie Tavern in Edinburgh. I'm on the Royal Mile, by far the most historic street in Scotland. But anyway, this pub is named in honour of the very dishonourable William Brodie, who was born in Edinburgh in 1741. I'll show you where he was born. If we turn around there a bit, you might see the black sign on the building, and it's called Deacon's House Cafe and Brodie's Close. So Close is a little alleyway, and there are many little alleyways at ground level to a courtyard beyond. So one of the houses in there is where he was born. People aren't sure exactly which one he was born in. So he was a cabinet maker and he was a locksmith and things like that. So he prospered in trade. By all accounts, he was diligent and industrious. So he did well, was comfortably bourgeois. Now he has this title deacon, not as in someone who assists a priest, but a deacon was a title for somebody elected to the city council. And so he was a pillar of the community by day, well-dressed, courteous, and morally upstanding, a keen member of the Church of Scotland and all the rest of it. But what they didn't know is by night he would go around in disguise, robbing people, and he had the keys to many people's houses because he'd helped make the locks for them. So he would then go in and help himself to a few goodies. But he was finally unmasked and people couldn't believe it. Someone who was seen to be a paragon of virtue was in fact a low-down, backstabbing burglar. And in those days, this was punishable by death, though he'd not killed anyone or even attempted to kill anyone. So he was sentenced to be hanged. And over there, towards St Giles Cathedral, not a 2-minute walk from the house where he was born, is where he met his doom. So he was dropped off from a gallows that he designed himself, which is a cruel twist of fate. It was the short drop in those days, so they were left to twist and strangle for up to 20 minutes. So a very cruel doom. So that was 1788 when he was executed. And some decades later, well almost a century later, a schoolboy named Robert Louis Stevenson was reading about this, and he thought, well, what a fascinating tale. That inspired him to pen the strange tale of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is based on this. So of course Dr. Jekyll is a physician, but more or less the same story, a split personality. Someone who seems to be utterly respectable in the daytime, but then has an alter ego, dresses up at night and goes out to commit whatever crimes. Robert Louis Stevenson wrote it in just a few days, was absolutely teeming with thoughts, and possibly under the influence of drugs when he did so. So that is Deacon Brodie. And there you can see perhaps a sign of the pub of him in 18th century dress holding a key, Deacon Brodie's Tavern.